The AFL 2022 season is upon us. A new season, a chance for 18 different teams to chase one thing, a premiership. At 18th, we have the Adelaide Crows. There's next to no expectations for the Crows this year. This side is clearly in a development phase. I just think with their A-graders, or very close to, such as Sloan, Crouch and Tex, coming to the later parts of their careers, the Crows should be prioritising their youngsters. And as of now, I just don't think their list can compete. At 17th, I have the North Melbourne Kangaroos. There's a lot to like at Arden Street, including rising stars such as Luke Davies-Uniacke and Taron Thomas, and I do believe Tristan Cherry is bound to break out as a borderline upcoming ruckman in the competition. I still think North is 1 year away before they start breaking out of that bottom four phase. At 16 we have the Collingwood Magpies. The Pies are very interesting. Their top end talent is extremely good, with A-graders such as Pendles, Crisp, Grundy, Adams, Moore. But as a collective unit, the construction of the list, in my opinion, is way too inconsistent. But there's a lot of question marks on these players that could boom and bust, and for that reason, I think this season the Pies will be finishing in the bottom four. 15, we have the West Coast Eagles. The second half of the Eagles sums up why my expectations are so low for them, losing 7 of their last 9 games, including 4 at Optus Stadium, with key outings as well, including Brad Shepherd and Jack Darling. It's very hard to see where their improvements is supposed to come from. At 14 we have Hawthorn. Much like the Pies, I think the Hawks have really good top end talent, and their best is very good, but their worst is very bad. Their starting 22 has a lot of fillers. It will be interesting to see how the Hawks go in 2022. Looking forward to seeing the emergence of Will Day. At 13, we have the Gold Coast Suns. I wish and I hope all this accumulated young talent leads to success, and Stuart Drew saves his job. But I still think they are a year or two away. It's good to see Elijah Hollands back, and I just don't think this group has played together enough to contend for finals just yet. At 12 we have the Fremantle Dockers. Now, from 12th to 8th place, I think any given team could be playing finals. With Freo, there's no reason why they can't be playing finals. I think Will Brodie will be a great pickup for them, and the emergence of Heath Chapman is very exciting for them. Of course, Fife's return to full health is great, and with no doubt, Fremantle will definitely be a threat to be reckoned with. At 11th, we have the Essendon Bombers. Last year, I think Essendon overachieved. Their forward line on paper isn't the greatest, but we've seen it succeed. Expect Peter Wright to have a big year as that number 1 key forward, and I do think Draper will have an All-Australian type contending year. I expect the Bombers to finish at around 500, similar to last year. At 10th we have Carlton. I hope the Blues turn it around and make finals, but we've seen the Blues win the trade period before, and it hasn't all led to success. On paper, the Blues list construction, it's great. They clearly have enough talent to be playing finals. And now with the return of Sam Docherty, things only look brighter for them. Cripps looked great all pre-season, and it'll be great to see him return into that form that made him so highly touted. But I think they just missed the finals. At 9th we have the Geelong Cats. They say all great things come to an end, and I think it's time for Geelong. I think now they'll begin to crumble. There's no valid reason to think they'll crumble, but I mean, They made the prelim the last season, it's just a big call. Once signs begin to show the great side slowing down, I think it's time to reset, and this season, for me, could be the year. At 8th, playing finals, we have the St Kilda Saints. As a Saints man myself, I think people are writing us off a little bit. I still think we can regain our 2020 form. And we did see that when Marshall and Ryder played together last season in their limited time. During those 7 games, we went 5-2 in big wins over the Lions and a big win against the Tigers as well. With a bit of X Factor returning in Jade Gresham and an emerging Max King, who I think is a tiny sniff for the Collingwood. There's no reason why the Saints can't play finals. But again, words are just words, and we need action from the Saints. At 7th, I have Port Adelaide. Port, they're a great side. They've made the last 2 prelims the last 2 years. I just think it's very hard to overcome that step. I think Port are a finals team, but I don't know if I'd take them over these 6 teams above them. But that's okay, because their run isn't over. At 6, we have the GWS Giants. Even with the lingering question of whether they can pull enough wins together without Toby Green during the start of the season, the Giants always have enough talent to pull through. Last year, we saw what they did against the Bombers, and we saw what they did against the Swans as well. Cogs can gain some form back. Lockie Aish is due to break out, as is Tom Green, and key back Sam Taylor will emerge even more as one of the better key backs in the competition. Finishing 5th, we have the Richmond Tigers. The Tigers finished 12th last season. It still boggles me. But that being said, great sides find a way. And I think this side was just way too good for way too long to just have one bad season and call it quits. Finishing 4th, I have the Sydney Swans. The Swans, I believe, will jump into 4th position. I just think they can push for a top 4 spot. The young talent at the Swans can only get better, and with a new skip in Callum Mills, I think he can lead the club to great new success. Finishing 3rd, I have the Western Bulldogs. Can they go all the way? Can Jamara play the second fiddle next to Norton this season? Will Treloar and Dunkley stay healthy? Will English take his game to the next level? All these questions loom. But my answer is yes. Yes, they can happen. It's just whether they can stay healthy for me. Finishing 2nd, I have the Brisbane Lions. The Lions will reach top 2 in my opinion. I think they have another ceiling where they can go to, and with Cam Rayner coming back, and players like Zach Bailey and Lachie Neale, I think will take another leap this year. And finishing 1st, we have the Melbourne Demons. I mean, how can they not contend? Nothing really needs explaining for Melbourne. I just think they're a great side, and it would be a Cinderella story if they won a flag with the home crowd.